If you only do what you can do, you will never be more than you are now.
I like who I am.
You don't even know who you are.
I'm looking for my son.
Dad?
Give your old man a hug!
Po the Panda is back. And Po, despite eating more and maybe being slightly a little bit fatter, Po the Panda continues to advance in his training. But now he faces two new challenges, Martin. First is the villainous warrior Kai, who threatens revenge on the world after being imprisoned in a limbo world. And then there's the other greater challenge, Martin, getting to know the father that gave him away when he was a baby. Now, you know, he's got a lot on his plate, Martin. Can he save the world while also trying to reconnect with the father that he never knew, Martin? That's some deep shit, man. A lot of stuff for that panda to do.
Gee, I wonder if he can accomplish both those things.
Don't mock Martin. Don't do that. Don't do that, Martin.
I'm on edge over here, man. Please answer.
Thank you, man. Shit, you had your father all your life. You're looking at him and being all fucking insensitive and shit. You know, it's not an easy thing to do when your father comes out of nowhere, Martin. And the funny thing about it is, you know, they have that expression out there, like father, like son. Dad shows up and dad is just as fat and stupid as Po is. I mean, the thing about this is that what gets me from the beginning, it's been 8 years since the first Kung Fu Panda. It was 2008.
Right, but there was a TV series in between.
But let's just stick with the first one right here.
Okay.
2008. And that panda ain't learned a fucking thing since then.
I gotta say, that really bothered me too. Because at the end of the first Kung Fu Panda, it's like, man, you've arrived. You're one of the Furious Five. You're just as good as all these other guys, if not better. Then we get to this one, and it's like, no, you're back to being the dumbass.
This panda ain't learned a goddamn thing in 8 years. Why is he the chosen one? Because this fucking panda, you know, for being in this art that's all about discipline and all about respect, this fucking panda don't respect a goddamn thing. They go into the Hall of Heroes where they keep all the ancient armor and weapons. And this panda and his stupid ass dad go in there and they just tear that shit up.
Ah! Dad, what are you doing? We're not supposed to touch anything.
Oh, sorry. Should I put it back?
Yeah, you probably should. You look so cool, though.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Oh, I wonder what this does. I should pull it.
Damn, he just came on us.
He really did.
There's panda semen all over the floor right now.
That is his old face for sure.
Yeah, y'all want to make some more pandas? Just mop up that floor right there. Get a turkey base to soak that shit up.
I just peed a little.
Anything else we should try in here, son?
Oh, my God.
8 years and that panda could give a fuck less.
Does he have CTE? Like, did he forget all of his training? What happened?
I don't know. I know y'all looking at me like I'm great, like it was a fucking cartoon panda. But come on, you know, stay consistent.
I thought maybe it's one of those Justin Bieber things where the dad comes back after all these years and you're like, well, I want to hang out and show him a good time and take him to strip clubs and get arrested.
No,
impress
it
him.
ain't that. This panda's been fucking retarded since last.
So you don't hang around your own house and destroy it. You go out and do that.
Yeah. Recognize the voice of the dad, though?
I did not. I was about to ask who was that.
Bryan Cranston.
Oh, okay.
Who actually does pretty well at the voice.
Yeah, he is pretty good at it.
Yeah. And, you know, I know it's y'all saying, man, come on, look, it's for kids. It's a fucking cartoon panda. Who really cares? It's not like this is real martial arts or anything. It's not even people, not even real people. But let's take it from a movie perspective right here. What bugs me about this is that it would be nice to have some sort of character development right here. But they're only keeping this panda clumsy so that they can go for the cheap jokes. Just have him fall, knock over shit, always do something stupid where he's bumbling over himself and fumbling over himself. It's to get the cheap laughs out of the kids. It's not really anything clever. And like I said, they could actually make this panda at some point, be consistent with his training, just for the story's sake, for the older kids and the family people that are there, for the adults. But they don't do it. And that's actually something that, for me, is a problem with a lot of the characters in the film. It seems to be that there are things there for a laugh and not much else. And when I say, not only some of the jokes, but also some of the characters. You have Kate Hudson in here. It's funny because I'm hearing a lot of people say, wow, Kate Hudson, this is great. They're raving about Kate Hudson being a panda named May or Mimi or whatever. She's a panda ribbon dancer.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't really have that much to do in the movie.
No, she doesn't.
If you think about it.
I know. Well, because the screening we went to, they did this weird thing where a lot of setup, and they filmed the red carpet of the stars going in and interviewing them. And they're like, why are they making us watch this?
Yeah. And even the actors were like, why am I here at the red carpet? Because I don't do shit in this movie.
But Kate Hudson was one who was like, oh, yeah, this role's so great. And May, she's really into herself, and she thinks she's beautiful, and blah, blah, blah. And that interview with her was probably as long as her role is in this movie.
It really is. You think it's like going to be some love interest for Poe, and they're going to fuck at the end of the movie. Something, she is there just to ribbon dance so that she can twirl Poe up and make him once again just fall all over the place. Even though she is fucking kind of hot, man.
It's funny because when I saw her, I was like, wow, they're always able to take these, anthropomorphize these animals, especially the females, and make them sexy in some way. And I was like, this is the first time where that was not accomplished. I was just looking at her like,
for me, that's 2:30 at the bar.
Okay.
Hello,
What's your name?
Huh?
I am May. Wow, she's amazing. She's so beautiful. That's sweet, Poe. But please try to save all other compliments until after the performance.
Well, has it started yet?
Look away! Look away! No, you can't, can you?
Dad, why does she keep staring at me like that?
Try to keep up.
I don't really know how to dance.
Of course you do.
Help me, Dad.
Yeah, no, you're on your own.
You're like, we're being a bitch, son.
I see what they're going for. Like, they have a really bad case of animated sequelitis because everything's moving fast and it's a whole bunch of just colors thrown at the screen.
Yeah, it is. Like I said, she just twirls them around. This is what it's for.
Your turn.
That is Poe's character. Just to fall on his ass when there's nothing else for him to do.
That's sad.
Yeah, and it's one of those where something like that, a little sequence like that, you'll see that in a lot of movies that are great movies. And it's like, okay, that's kind of a cute aside, but this movie is 80% that.
Yeah, and when I say that they don't do much with the characters, it's the same thing with the villain. Now, I give it to Kate Hudson. She's having a lot of fun with this character. She's having a lot of fun. She's having more fun being a panda than a human. I ain't seen her have this much fun in a long time. I wish they would just do something with it because it seems like the voice actors are enthusiastic about doing this. They know they're in the franchise. They know they're going to start getting that panda money now.
Right.
They're going to be a Kung Fu Panda 4. And they're going to try to be back, all these characters, because they know DreamWorks, that's what they do. They get people to come in for the voices. Not so much for the characters.
DreamWorks has always, from inception, always been about the celebrities.
Yep.
It's like, hey, it's Steven Spielberg. He's got a lot of friends who owe him favors or want to work with him, and he can pull in all the big names.
Yeah, if Spielberg calls, you going.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, it's overkill to have Angelina Jolie do a voice for one of these characters. Like her and David Cross on the same level.
I'm going to get into that in a minute, because one of the new voices they have in addition to Kate Hudson, they got the villain. The villain, Mai, that I tell you, Kai, whatever, who's nothing but a big ass fucking ox who's mad about. I don't even know what he's mad about. They kept him somewhere and he broke out. He's like,
he was in the spirit world. He broke out and
And the spirit world don't seem so bad. In fact, I don't even know why he's mad, because all he does is like crack jokes most of the time, which makes him not that much of a threat. I know you don't want to scare the kids because this really is geared towards the small ones. But let me feel like something is in danger here. Don't let me feel like this is the fucking Ox Comedy Hour.
I has returned.
Who?
the master of pain, beast of vengeance, maker of widows. Okay, I used to work with Oogway.
Oh, Master Oogway.
They're like, shit, we saw Whiplash. We're going to shut the fuck up. We know you J.K. Simmons behind that voice. Yeah. You can see the voice actors having fun. You can see that they're actually enjoying doing this. It's not just a paycheck for some of them, but if they would just write the characters better, I would feel like there could be a better story here. Now, that's not to say that the movie does, for me, Martin, I'd love to hear your opinion about this, but for myself, it does work on some levels. When they're not trying to like push the kung fu out there for the story, because that just doesn't work. Because they, like I said, they don't really have a villain to go up against. But when they just letting Poe be Poe, when they let Poe just be fat and stupid, that's when it works for me.
Okay. When
they send him to a village where he gets to meet his father brings him back, and he meets all these other pandas, and all these pandas are just as dumb and fat as he is, and to me that kind of works. When they let him just do what he wants to do, like I don't buy the kung fu shit because he's not doing it right. But when he's hanging out and just being dumb like these other bears, I'm getting some chuckles out of it, and there's actually some clever moments in there.
Everyone, Lee's back.
They're both back.
He found his son.
He made it.
They're back.
Lee? He found his son.
Everyone's back. Lee's back.
See, I laughed at that shit. I thought that was funny. I was pandas like, fuck shit. Fuck Post. Come on over here and meet us, man.
For real, man, because the fat jokes, I ain't trying to do this right now, but they wore thin.
The hell
really
you
early.
didn't try to do that.
No,
the hell you didn't try to do that. Even Poe's like, come on, man.
I swear.
Poe's like, what the fuck, man? And you gonna criticize me? I admit it were fat jokes, but Poe is fat. What can I say, man? Pandas are fat.
Yeah, he's fat. He's fat in the first movie. He's fat in the second movie. We got it already.
Come on, give me. I'm trying to take something from this, man. Let me have something.
Everyone gather around. This is my son.
Hello. Hi.
Oh, it's you.
Oh, that's nice to see you. Hi.
I don't know who you are.
Oh, Stripey baby. So beautiful.
You look just like me, but a baby. You're like me, but old. You're like me, but fatter.
Oh, yeah.
You're like me, but with a hat.
You know, I want to say it, but more retarded.
Mentally.
Yeah,
Mentally.
See, that was funny because it wasn't a fat joke. Actually, what worked for me in this kind of sequence is that while he's there with these pandas, it reminded me of like when you go, say, to the country with all your relatives and like, oh, that's your cousin right there, and that's your aunt. You don't remember them? It's all these people who are like looking at you like, I don't remember none of y'all.
None of you motherfuckers there, man.
Change your diapers. How am I supposed to remember that?
You know, Martin has a point. I mean, it can't be denied. The movie kind of is asshole-ish in a way because they don't give a shit about making fun of fat people or mentally challenged people, apparently. I mean, because that panda, that mentally challenged panda, that is his character. He don't offer nothing but for you to make fun of his dumb ass straight. So the movie's not very PC, so I give him the balls for that. But you did. I tell you what, Martin, I did like one of the things that did work for me story-wise, and it was only a little bit of part of the story, but I did like Poe's, not his biological dad, but that duck.
Yeah,
I like that his duck dad. Who does the voice for that? Do you remember?
Is it Dennis Wong?
Yeah, something like that.
I think that's his name.
But that kept cracking me up, man, because that duck was so mad the whole time. Like,
I love that actor.
Yeah.
I've always liked him, and I've liked this character, and it was good having him, you know, the dad who raised him play off the biological dad, and just the tension as far as that was going.
I know, because what else has that actor been in? Because he really is.
Well, Big Trouble in Little China.
Yeah,
he plays the villain there.
As a voice actor, he is great, and I just love this duck. He's like, you just gonna fucking walk up in here,
yeah,
and just take him home like this. He stalks them, man. He's packing himself in that luggage. He's like, nah, this is my goddamn investment right here.
How do we know he's even related to you?
Look at that. It's like looking in a fat mirror.
He's like, you ain't paid no child support. He's like, do you know how much this big motherfucker eats, man?
Oh my goddamn noodles.
Yeah. He's like, I have invested in this boy for years. You ain't just gonna walk out of here with him like this out of nowhere.
Yeah, now that he's the star of the football team.
You know, you did make a good point, Martin. Like, all these new voices they bring in, and like you said, DreamWorks, when they get a new voice in, they gonna make sure that they push those people forward. Like I said, J.K. Simmons, Kate Hudson. So if you did an old voice, like if you were the original member of the Furious Five, you got a nice, easy fucking check from this.
Yeah, you probably recorded from your home in the space of an hour and a half, maybe.
If that much.
Because what, Jackie Chan, Seth Rogen, they get, what, 2 lines?
Oh, what's his name? David
Cross.
David Cross.
David Cross actually got a little bit more.
Just a little bit. But Angelina Jolie, easiest check she could have got. I mean, seriously, man, that is not even an hour's worth of work that she did. That's, you know, it's all about the voice. They try to cram them in, but, you know, they just ain't got the time.
There's too many more characters now.
Yeah, it's a little crowded.
What bothers me about it, and Lucy Liu as Snake.
As the Snake.
Yeah, like he might as well have not even shown up.
I forgot Lucy Liu and Jackie Chan were in this movie.
Man, they had one line.
Yeah, wow. Yeah, so did the animators.
The only Chinese people here.
Right. That's what it came down to. And it's one of these things where, when I think back to that first movie, you know, it was just something so new, and how well they captured the Shaw Brothers kind of kung fu.
Yeah,
like better than so many other live action movies had done it. And they made the Furious Five badass, where, you know, you're watching the journey of Poe, just trying to measure up to them. You get to this movie, and the Furious Five are a bunch of bitches.
Oh,
I mean,
they
like
are,
it's like you go like, oh, why did I ever think they were anything special?
Well, they're going up against the great Kai,
Yeah.
Martin. That's why.
Kai.
They never met an adversary such as him.
Kill a snow leopard. This shouldn't be a difficult thing to do.
Yeah, man. I mean, like you like Kai is badass. Really? Why? Because we just told you he is. I mean,
yeah.
Like you don't really see him do anything special.
He don't do shit. Like I said, he cracks jokes most of the time. I think that bitch is bipolar, man.
Yeah.
Because you can't even figure out what's he so mad about.
Yeah, like the old God, I forgot the Master Oogway, the old tortoise. It's just kind of laughing at him the whole time. Like, okay, you're gonna beat me, but I don't know why.
It was almost like that turtle was watching the whole time and came in later, and it's just like, man, you could have done something. You weren't even worried about this shit. You know this dude. You just saw him. It really, people, it's kind of baffling. Martin does make a great point, because the first one, what made it so good is that they took this fat panda and then did some great Shaw Brothers stuff with it. Think about his size, you know, his weight sort of being like what they do with like the blind martial artist or something.
Right, the underdog, the guy who could never reach that status.
Yeah, has a disability or an underdog, and that's what made it so cool. All the stuff that they riffed on those old movies and made it so unique is not here. It is just a kid's sequel. You know, and I don't know why so many people are praising this. I have no idea what people are saying that this is a great sequel.
I don't either.
Because it feels like a very average sequel to me. It feels like that sequel where they had no idea what to do, but they had the actors.
Right. I mean, it's not as bad as, say, like Shrek 3, where they really had nothing. It was just like, get something out there because we need a check.
Yeah.
I mean, they had an average story. They decided to go with it. And I don't know. I mean, outside of some inspired voice acting, because I really did like Bryan Cranston a lot. Oh, Bryan Cranston was good in something. So big surprise there. The thing is, if there's one thing I would give this movie credit for, it's something that for all the Kung Fu Pandas is that the animation is gorgeous.
Yes.
It's top notch. I mean, like of all these animated movies that come out, I think this one is consistently one of the best looking.
That's what Martin looking at the movie right there. Like, God damn, this is beautiful.
And they have 3 different styles they go in between. They have kind of a 2D style and his 3D style, and something that's sort of a hybrid of the two. And even like of all the like art of, you know, animated movie books I've ever owned, the Kung Fu Panda is by far the best.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's gorgeous, the intricacy of the design, everything they've done with it. And this is no different. It's just like, man, you look at such a beautiful movie with so much potential talent in it. It's too bad it's not better.
Yeah, and no, I agree with you, man. I was going to mention it, but you said it right there. All the styles that they bring in with this movie is this series has always been unique for that. And in addition, I mean, you mentioned the look of it and the design, but I give it to the animators, man. The animators, they act.
They do.
These characters act. I have to say that I'm looking at some of these characters, man, and I don't know if they just watch the animators or the actors act their lines out, but to see the kind of expressions and the body language that they put into these characters, these animators should be applauded, man. As far as as far as the animation goes, one of the best animated movies I've seen out there that does it in CG. It's no Norm of the North, but it's kind of, but it's pretty damn close.
That's standard.
I'll give you this, man. I'll give you this much. I was looking at the movie and I was saying, you know what? I'm kind of ready just for this to be over. And it got to one point and I said, yeah, come on, let's get this over with. Your skadoosh. Let's have it. And I sat up there and I waited and he did his skadoosh. And I said, okay, that's fine. Skadoosh. At that point, I got up to walk out and then I'm like, oh shit, his skadoosh didn't work. I mean, it got me.
Yeah, it did seem like it was leading up to the end, and then only for it to not work.
Yeah. I mean, they caught me off guard with that.
I needed to leave too, and I was like, all right, he's going to do it, and I can go. And it's like, oh, damn, wow. Oh, wait, that means there's a whole other plot point that has to come up now.
No. For me, Martin, it actually got me because I ain't going to lie. It got me because I said, his skadoosh didn't work. What is he going to do now?
His other skadoosh.
Yeah. Kind of, yeah.
He's out of skadooshes. But
yeah, that's the thing, man. Okay, once the skadoosh didn't work, then it was one of those endings that it's a big light show finish. I was like,
it's a light show finish. In fact, that climax is not all that great. It's a light show finish to train the village to take on the big villain. They do a montage. They train in a day.
Yeah, they train in a day.
Y'all are like letting this shit slide because you don't want to hurt the kids. And I understand that a lot of people are really being enamored and drawn in by the beauty of this film. And I don't blame you. But even for a kid's film, you could put a little effort in there in the story. Maybe y'all thought y'all did, but to me, you didn't. I'm kind of caught between my decision right here because I really do want to bump this up from what I really want to give it, just because this want to be one of the first times I would actually bump up a rating for the artistry in the movie and for the animation. Because like I said, the animators, they're doing their job on this, man. I almost want to give this, I'm caught between a rental and a very low matinee because I do think the kids will enjoy this and, and I'll tell you another thing, for this to be towards little kids, for them to put this much art in here, you could either look at it as a waste or you can look at it as, okay, you know what? They did a lot no matter what direction, what demographic they were aiming for. And I kind of think that that's cool. Somebody said, just make up your fucking mind, Corey. You know what?
I was about to say.
I'm confused. You know what? I'm just going to go, I'm going to be nice. I'm going to be cool to my fellow animators out there. I'm going to give this a very low matinee.
Man, the way you described it, it sounds like they put like a Miata engine in a Ferrari. That's what just happened right here.
Yeah, actually, wow, you summed it up just perfectly.
I've already made my decision. I will not budge. Hi, Martin. Martin, stop doing that racist thing.
I'm glad you finally gave your rating, so I can just piggyback and give it the same thing.
Fuck you! All right. I thought you had something, didn't I? Thought you had a partner right here.
Well, I had the same conundrum. Everything you're saying, and it's just like I go like, look, when I consider the audience it's made for and how gorgeous it is, like what the animators and the designers and artists put into it, it's hard to say rental because it's gorgeous on the big screen.
Yeah,
it's just writing wise, story wise, it's just not there.
Yeah, and it's a hard decision to make with this because I'm a story guy. But hey, you know what? Like I said, man, even just looking at it, I think a lot of people get enjoyment out of that. So,
but yeah, if you're telling me that people are like critics are raving about it, because somebody did write to me and say like, "Hey, is Kung Fu Panda as great as everybody's saying it is?" And I was like, "Well, watch the show," but I don't know what they're saying.
I feel like I'm that asshole, I walked in wanting to hate something, but I don't know. I'm confused. I don't know what
Jedi mind tricked you when you went in.
I don't know what this panda did to these people out here, man. Shit, this motherfucker took these critics' mind and
Amazing.
Wow. Skadoosh. Yeah, get some of that skadoosh off your face right now.
This
was the one destined to stop me.
How about you spare me the chit chat?
I'm going to take your
chit chat
in this
chitty chitty chat chat
in-
chat chat chat
in this
chit chat.
Ah!